Hi, seniors, class of 2020. My name is Dr. Jacobs. I teach ESL students English. I also work with all of our ESL students. I am a proud Fern Creek alum. I have an associate's degree in travel and tourism, and that was one of my many jobs of my life. I was a travel consultant. I also worked for American Airlines. I worked at the ticket counter, and I worked in baggage claim. One of my favorite things to do with my free time and with my extra money is to travel. So today I'm going to share a couple tips with you. My first tip is to be flexible if possible. If you are able to go on maybe a Thursday and return on a Saturday or return on a Friday, you are likely to have better prices in your airfare. I understand that some schedules you have to go to a Saturday to Saturday. So what do you do if you have to go to a Saturday to Saturday and you're looking at the airfare out of Louisville and it's extremely expensive? So, good thing we live here in Louisville. We have options. You can try going out of Lexington. You can try going out of Cincinnati. You can try going out of Indianapolis. You could try flying out of Nashville. Sometimes that will reduce your airfare drastically, so double check those options. Those of you that are going away to college, double check. What are the surrounding airports? Maybe the one that's close to your university is super expensive to fly in and out of, but if you know the surrounding airports, that can save you money as well. In addition, I always recommend that people fly out on the first flight of the day. Why is that? You like to sleep in. You don't want to go out till 11 or 12. Well, statistically, those first flights out of the morning are usually 98% on time. So if you can get on that first flight out of the day and get to your destination, that usually helps tremendously in your time travel. If you get a mechanical delay, if you get weather delay and everything starts backing up, that's when you start pushing those flights back and you get the delays in your schedule. So go for that 6 a.m. flight, even if you do have to be at the airport at 4 a.m., I guarantee you it's worth it. Also, when I'm looking for a flight, I like to start out with using either Orbitz or Kayak. Why do I do that? Because they are going to do all the legwork of searching the airlines of who has the best price for me. And then usually I'll go directly to that airline and book it directly through their site. So let's say I've looked on Orbitz for a flight during the holidays. I know my dates. I'm going to go now and go to Delta because they have the best price. And I'm going to book it directly through Delta. Remember, when you're booking your flight, you want to see if you're getting a non-refundable ticket versus a refundable ticket. What does that mean? That means you're going to pay a lot more to receive a refundable ticket, but if you have to cancel, you will receive all your money back. It's quite expensive with Delta, American Airlines, but it is more doable with your airlines like Southwest and Allegiant Airlines. Watch when you book your airline ticket. What are you going to have to pay for baggage fees? Those are expensive now. So should you just take a carry-on on the plane? If you check a big suitcase, maybe you and the person you're traveling with combine all of your things into one suitcase so that you just have one bag to check. But double check with those airlines as far as how much you're allowed for luggage and what's it going to cost you. For example, I know Allegiant, if you decide at the airport you're going to check a bag versus doing it online, you do have to pay more money, so pay attention to that. Another thing I want to talk to you about is car rentals. Now, most of you cannot rent a car unless 25 is where they usually like to start renting cars, and why is that? Sorry guys, you just don't have good records when it comes to driving. So, if your parents are a member of USAA, actually, there is no underage fee. So if your parents belong to USAA, they actually waive that fee if you're 18 through 24. Now, if you have AAA, you do have to wait to the age of 20, and then AAA will waive that fee from age 20 to 24. It can be quite pricey if you're under age 25 to rent a car, up to $50 in addition a day. Now, I want to tell you my tip about booking a car rental too. So if you book a car rental that is at the airport has to charge fees. The car rentals do. That's mandated. They can't touch those fees. So you pay a lot of money for those extra taxes and fees to pick up your car at the airport. What I like to do a lot of times is I'll check around the airport. It might be a mile or two. I'll get my Uber, take my Uber over, and I'll go get my car rental, and then I'll come back and pick up my family in the rental car. So double check the surrounding car rental places because it is super expensive. Now sometimes you don't have a choice. You have to rent it at the airport because there are just very few options around the airport. So be flexible with your travel. Make sure you get that Saturday stay in. Try to book that first flight out. Go directly through the airlines to book. Car rentals I went over. Always be nice to the ticket agent and those that you're working on. You never know. Hey, you might get a free upgrade on a flight for just being a nice person for that day. So, this is Dr. Jacobs signing off with my travel tips. If you have any questions, you can email me rhonda.jacobs@jefferson.kyschools.us. I love to talk travel, and if you have anything to ask me, just send me an email and I'll be glad to reply. Congratulations, seniors. I hope after this is all over, you have lots of trips in your future.